All right. Good evening. My name is Aaron Mato, and this is my colleague, Dr. Porter Jones, and we represent Urban Water Partners, which is a company aiming to get into Tanzania with a clean water solution for the area specifically of Dar es Salaam. We're looking for a $200,000 equity investment, which will represent 20% buy-in into our company. That's for the first year. The second year, we're looking for $1 million investment, more in the way of a loan, and that would be hopefully at 10%, what we're aiming for. We were, just to back up a little bit, we want to welcome the Harvard Business School alumni investors, and as you'll remember from 2010, we were the winners for the 2010 Social Venture Track Business Plan Contest. And at that point, we had outlined some of our company objectives. First of which was the public health specific to the Dar es Salaam, Tanzania area, as well as our second objective was community building. Third was the environment in that area, and fourth, last but not least, was our profitability, which of course is what we want to spend all of our time on tonight. We're hoping that the next 10 minutes will be useful to you in making a decision as to invest into our company, Urban Water Partners.
Dealing with profitability, there's several concepts that we need to look at when we're entering into a new market in Tanzania. We've created projections, being a 3-year budgeted income statement, as well as a balance sheet and a statement of cash flows. We also, as aside from the financials that we see looking forward, we also wanted to take a look at our competition that we have in Dar es Salaam, as well as the company structure that we're going to have and promote in towards going into there, so that we can make sure that we have longevity and security going forward into the future. So we'll take a first look here at the income statements.
These are our income statements, projected income statements for the first 3 years. And each one of them, again, you'll see the word conservative up at the top. Each one of them is based on extremely conservative estimates. To give us a good starting ground. It's almost, if you want to call it, a worst case scenario, which may not be the best way to present to investors, but we are a company that is interested in the social well-being of the Tanzania area, and we're hoping to keep our costs low and our prices low so that we can reach a broader market. Our first year, you'll notice that we are experiencing a bit of a loss, a planned loss, and this is due to a couple very specific factors. Number one was our sales, or I should say our salaries, which represents $360,000 in wages, fixed wages I should say. They are salaries, and we'll carry on the same cost through the second and third year. Second area that we're experiencing a loss because the fixed costs that we're paying for the units, specifically the filtration systems that we're buying are $400 a piece in our first year. In our second year, we're hoping to manufacture those in Tanzania, which will drop those costs down to $250 per unit. That is some of the reason behind the loss. As well, we should also note that the capacity for first year is only 2% of our planned capacity for the 3 years. In the first year, we're only actually operating 50 filtration systems through various vendors. And that is a large part of why we're experiencing such a loss. I should also mention too, the underreporting, we put right at the top simply because due to the social climate in Tanzania, we're actually expecting a chunk of underreporting from our vendors. And this was calculated at about 20% of our total revenues. Everything has come off of there. Moving on though, in our second year, we're actually expecting to up our capacity to 2,000 units, 2,000 filtration systems working, which again is a large reason behind the $3.2 million profit that we're anticipating. In our third year, our capacity will be at 100% at 3,000 filtration systems working through different vendors. And of course you can see the $4.1 million in net profit. We also want to spend some time just very briefly on the balance sheet and the cash flow statements in order just to highlight the ongoing sustainability of our company. This is shown more specifically in the cash accounts and the owner's equity. As you can see, they're increasing, I would say, quite marginally, or I should say not marginally, but they're increasing well throughout the 3 years. And it can also be noted in the cash and equivalents generated through operating activities. That is increasing as well. It just goes to show our sustainability in the area through clean water products.
Aside from the financial aspects of what we're projecting looking forward into the future, we also wanted to take a look at the competition that we'll be facing in Dar es Salaam. This being the price advantage in which we offer towards our customers. The majority of the water that's being sold in Dar es Salaam right now is ranging from 12 cents per liter all the way up to 48 cents per liter. We're offering ours at 8 cents per liter. This is not only going to give us a greater demand from selling, but it's also going to promote the poor economy in there so that we can capture more than 90% of this lower income population. As well as the technology that we're using. We're using a sand filtration system which is recognized by the World Health Organization as well as the Environmental Protection Agency in the United States. This technology is long-lasting and is maintainable through other vendors in Dar es Salaam. These are depreciated over 15 years, and they'll no doubtably be a long-term asset for us going forward into the future. As well as our image compared to the competition. We wanted to take some time and really make sure that we were not only just coming in as some kind of international company giving an influence towards them, but we wanted to come across as more of a local influence and really promoting sustainability and basically happiness for everyone. We did this by hiring ambassadors that we give them profit or revenue sharing off the top to go in and give a good image for us and promote our company.
And just to very quickly talk about our structure, going back to the revenue sharing, we believe that this is a very important platform for our company to include 20% revenue sharing for each of the vendors that we're selling with. The vendors represent our first line of defense for our quality, which of course, by extension, represents our image as a company. Vendors are also the first impression to our end consumers, and we believe that through the revenue sharing plan, we can actually provide some incentive and motivation for our vendors to do a good job, take pride in their work. As well, vendors are the groundwork. They're the ones that sell the product, they're also the ones that collect our revenues. And we believe that through this revenue sharing plan, 20% of our total revenues will encourage them to be motivated in the business, as well as do a good job maintaining the quality of our product.
To wrap things up, we've touched on a few of the major topics going into this. We offer a product which is of greater value, being that it lasts longer, and the fact that it produces at a much cheaper rate than the other competitors. The price, we have a very competitive price so that consumers are able to buy our product no matter what. If they're able to buy it at 12 cents, they'll definitely be able to afford it at 8 cents. As long as the place. We've gone from a population in the 1950s of 50,000 people to almost 3 million people now in 2010. And it's only growing, especially seeing as we're going to be bringing in such healthy water to give longevity towards their lives. As well as the promotion in which we're bringing in our water systems. We're definitely going to be having a local influence, so they're going to feel comfortable with coming in and buying our product and trusting us as a corporation coming into it. By adding all of these 4 P's together, we can no doubtably ensure that we're going to have long-term profits towards the end. Thank you very much for giving us the time that we've had to you. It's very great that we all get to go into this together and not only benefit the community with by building in community centers, helping with the environment, and promoting jobs and welfare throughout the environment. We look forward to working with you all in the future, and thank you very much for your time.